Hey everybody, it's Betty Sue with Work Play Every Day, and I'm going to show you today how to add a gusseted pocket to the back of your Work Play Everyday planner, or any book that you want to pocket in. I love to have one to put receipts, ticket stubs, stickers, notes, anything that I need on hand. Now, the only 8.5 by 11 paperback book I could find in my house was this guitar book. I'm embarrassed to say I never really finished it, so this is not an ad, but my Work Play planners haven't come from the printer yet, so I'm going to demonstrate in this. Okay, here's everything you need. 2 pieces of regular cardstock, whatever weight you have on hand is fine. I use a self-healing cutting mat and a craft knife, X-Acto knife, but you totally don't need one. You can totally do this with scissors, a pen, some glue. This is a fast-drying PVA glue, which is very thin and dries quickly, but you can use Elmer's, Aleene's, whatever. Here's some fabric tape strips that I had cut from a previous craft project and I didn't want to waste them, so I'm going to use them. I'm cutting them lengthwise because it's about 1.5 inches wide, which is a lot wider than I need for this. You can use strapping tape, masking tape, whatever. Okay, now I like the pocket because the Work Play Planner doesn't have a super rigid cover. It's just like this one. It's just a paper cover. Super heavy cardstock, but not a hardback cover. So I'm not taking the pocket all the way to the edges because I don't want it to catch on things. So first order of business is to cut off 3/8 of an inch from the length of the cardstock page. And again, if you're not using an X-Acto knife, no problem. Just measure in 3/8 of an inch from each side, make a dot, connect with a ruler, cut with scissors along the line. But if you've got an X-Acto knife, this is a quick and easy way to do it. All right, now I've got the face of my pocket. I have this scoring table, which is really handy to be able to score a straight line without worrying that my ruler is going to move, but you can totally just stick it underneath the edge of a ruler and run a pen cap or something that's not sharp but pointed and score a line. Now I'm coming in 1/2 inch from the bottom. That's where the pocket will connect to the back cover, and you fold away from the indentation. I know that seems counterintuitive. And I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch from the top. This is the part of the pocket that you're going to handle the most, so I want it to be reinforced. I trim the corners to eliminate bulk. Again, fold away from the indentation, and I'm going to glue this flap down. Now, if you decide to have longer gussets to come all the way up to the top of your folder, that's totally fine. In that case, I would wait to glue this flap last, and I would glue it over the top edges of the gusseted piece, which you will see. All right, now we're going to make those gussets with the other piece of cardstock. Now I'm going to just fold this in half. I just need a little section of this cardstock. And my instinct, of course, is always to just grab the knife and a ruler, but you can do this with scissors. And in fact, after this cut, I will just cut it with scissors. Just to make it a little more accessible for everybody. Okay, so now we're cutting it in half again. We're gonna cut it one more time after this, but this time we're gonna divide it lengthwise. And then we will have the right size to build our gussets. So each of these strips will be on one side of the pocket. I'm gonna use my score table again to just divide these into 4, and you do need to reverse which side you're scoring on because they're gonna fold in reverse ways. So I'm not being super exact here, just as long as the space of the first 2 or the middle 2 sections are the same, then you'll be fine. So again, these fold in, out, like an M or a W. And don't forget, you fold away from the indentation. So what looks counterintuitive is the correct way to fold on a score line. Okay, so those are the sides. And again, you can take it all the way to the top if you want. I just like to have a little more flexibility with my pocket and be able to reach in there. Now it's time to glue to the book. Now, I did something stupid when I did this one. I did it smart in the sample, but I did it stupid here. And I drew the line on the outside of this fold after positioning it into place. And if you're gonna take it a little off center, take it further away from the spine of the book so that you have a little more wiggle room to get things in and out. See, I should have drawn that line. Well, I'll show you in a second. Okay, gonna put some glue down. Okay, now I have to bring the fold of this to that line, which is why this was dumb. And I should have positioned it and then unfolded it and drawn my line here, because then I could have just glued it with the paper flat and know I could just bring it up to this line. But again, doesn't matter. We're getting it done. It's gonna be fine. Glue is set. Now it's time to reinforce this with a piece of tape. Again, you can use strapping tape, masking tape, whatever tape you want to use. I like this strong fabric tape. It's probably like a bookbinding tape. I have had it for a million years. It's a little discolored. Okay, this is gonna overlap in the middle just because, again, these were pre-cut strips from a previous craft project. I don't care that it's overlapping in the middle. The important thing is just to not let it hang over the edges, or else you won't be able to open this back up to insert your gussets. Okay, opened up. Now we're gonna attach the gussets to the folder and the folder to the book. Now these go folded edge of the gusset to the outside of the front face, and I bring it in about 1/16 of an inch, maybe a millimeter or so. You can make the gussets longer, like I said. I'm not worried about it not going all the way to the bottom of the pocket because I don't have anything that tiny that's probably going to fall out of there. If you're going to put tiny things in there, then you probably want to come all the way up to the edges. And again, I would wait to fold that top flap of the folder down till the end, if that's the case. All right, glue the other side. Again, we're bringing it in, folded edge to the edge, and bring it in just a tiny bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take those other pieces of the fabric tape that I have, and I'm going to reinforce this edge because the front of the folder, or the front of the pocket, has a raw edge of paper, and I think it's going to be really easy to have that catch on something and tear the whole pocket open. So I'm going to put a piece of tape down, and don't attach it to the gusset yet until it's folded down. Otherwise, it's going to hold that fold in the wrong position. So again, other side, I'm going to attach it to the face first, and then I'll fold the gusset, and then attach it to the gusset once it's folded in. We are almost done. See how easy this is? This is so easy. We're going to glue the last side of these gussets, and we are pretty much done. We're just gonna attach this to the back cover, press down. You can probably close the book and put a heavy book on it, let it set, make sure that the glue cures. But that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Now you have a pocket inside of your Work Play Everyday Planner, or whatever book you want to add this to. I love these pockets. Again, I just put all those loose little tiny pieces of paper that I'm saving to file when I get home, or stickers that you use in your planner all the time, just stick them all back there. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all stay well and take care. Okay, bye.